Hey y'all, it's Coach K, and I want to welcome you to episode 70 of the Stimulus Package. Today, we're talking about God's hedge of protection. All right, so I think it's clear that we've all had many experiences that were disappointing, that were unexpected, that were inconvenient, and just flat out disrespectful. And in those moments, we try to justify why certain things are happening, but in reality, stuff just happens. Life happens. Things just happen. And I believe that in order to progress in life and in order to grow and evolve, you have to endure different types of circumstances and situations. Although I can say that in hindsight, when I'm in certain situations, I may not be as clear or concise or have enough understanding to know that this situation is helping me instead of hindering me, right? And I think that everybody can relate to that in some type of way. Regardless of what the circumstance looks like, whatever happens, know that it's happening for a reason. And although it may not feel good in the moment, or it may not be something that you can automatically see the value in, know that it's equipping you for what's to come, your future, or whatever the bigger plan is God has for your life. There are things that happen in life that are very unfortunate. And I'll be the first to say that I wish that none of us had to go through some of the misfortunes or traumatizing things that we may have to go through. But I just want you to know that whatever it is, God can use it and flip it and make it work for your good. He can use that thing to equip you with certain skill sets and certain mindsets that can get you to certain levels. Just because you're in a dark place or in a certain situation or you're disappointed right now, that doesn't mean that you'll always be there. There's this quote that says, life is lived forward and understood backwards. And I feel like that quote is the perfect statement to keep in your mind whenever you're going through a crazy situation. In the moment, we don't understand why it's happening, but in hindsight, whenever we get through it and grow through it, we can see how it can play a role in our future, or you'll start seeing how God used that moment to strengthen you to be able to be equipped and ready for whatever it is He was preparing you for. I will say this though, regardless of how bad a situation is, it can always be worse. And that's the beauty of God's hedge of protection. God really does shield us from things, good and bad, that will shift us off the pathway that we're supposed to be on. There's a lot of things that we see coming that seep in, and we see it and we brace ourselves for it, and we instantly feel that disappointment. But there's also things that we're protected from that we have no idea are in our atmosphere. There are things that, like negative thoughts and things of from the past and just all kinds of stuff that continuously trying to attack us. But God has this hedge of protection around our brain and our thoughts and our hearts and our spirit. So I just want you to really understand that whatever you're going through, the beautiful thing is you're surviving it. You live through it. You are here to tell the story, and that is valuable in itself. That is a blessing in itself. If you're still here to tell the story, that means you survived, and that means that there's so much more purpose attached to your life. And it means that that story is going to give you something for your future. It has something to do with the planning of your future, whether it be character building or motivation for you to break things off, or inspiration for you to become more independent and self-aware. Whatever the outcome is, just know that anything that you go through, God is allowing you to grow through it. And if you make it to the other side of it, that's a blessing, and you should be so happy about it, and you should feel victory whenever you're able to make it through. Now, I'm not out here preaching just surviving. I need you to understand that once you make it through something, the next step is to thrive, right? The next step is to evaluate that thing that you just went through. Try to find the pockets of wisdom and extract that thing so that you can learn something new and understand yourself better, so that you won't have to repeat things over and over again. We don't want those cycles, right? Whenever you're uncertain about something, just focus on what is certain about God. Focus on what you know to be true about God, and rest in gratitude. Like at the end of the day, if you don't have nothing else, you have at least 1 to 3 things that you're grateful for that you can just like shift your mindset towards. For an example, I may not have my car right now, but I have a car that can be fixed. I may not have all the money in the world right now, but I have a way of making money. In the morning when I get up, I don't always feel like going to the gym, but in my mind, I have to remember that it's my lifestyle, and I have to remember that I get to work out. Some people don't even get to do this because they're not able or capable of doing it. So whenever you have certain situations, or whenever you're feeling like things are uncertain, just shift your focus to God and focus on the things that He's already brought you through. Focus on things that you get to do. Focus on the things that you know are blessings in your life, because everybody doesn't have speech. Everybody doesn't have mobility. Everybody doesn't have the bare necessities of life. So whenever you're feeling uncertain, focus on what is certain about God and make sure that you step into your gratitude and think about all those things, the bare necessities that you need: oxygen, air, lights, like running water, those types of things. Think about that, and I promise you, you'll be able to find your balance again. You'll be able to get back in alignment. So, all right, y'all, until next time, stay focused, trust God, and respect the process. I'm Coach K. Be sure to come follow us at Level 27 Coaching on all social media platforms, and also come join our Spark Plug Club at www.level27coaching.com. All right, I love y'all. I will talk to y'all later. Have a great week.